Okay, so back for part 9, I think. Yep, part 9. And we in this one, so I spent some time playing around with this, and I also managed to get a delay in. What I've done is I've placed another explosion around the back here. That deals with the explosion of the wall, and then these two deal with the explosion and chuck them out. So it's like this. All right, it's not exactly how I want it yet, so we're just going to spend a bit of time playing around with that. Now, what we want really is we want this one not to affect. So we're spawning. This is just a target location. So I'm just going to pull that back until it just explodes the wall, because we don't want it to blow these two over there, which it is doing a little bit. What's important is they both get sucked out. I don't think this explosion is aggressive enough. It wants to be closer to them. So hit play. You just play around with this until it looks good. And until they both are going to consistently fly out of the explosion. So she just needs to move a little bit over here. Which she's not doing. She's not consistently. What's that? That's where we. Let's move that further away. Does the wall still get exploded? No, the wall didn't explode that time because this now is not close enough to actually be doing that damage. We want it just on the cusp of where it will do the damage. There we go. But she's still not flying out, and neither of them are flying with enough force, in my opinion. So let's just move her this way, move her this way, and then we want this to be a little bit behind her, so make sure she goes forward. Well, that's the theory anyway. Hit play. Now let's just, what's happening? There's something. It's as if they are ragdolling first and then getting sucked out. We want that to happen at the exact same moment. Right, so yeah. Let's have a look at the code. So the code's getting a little bit messy. So yeah, like I say, these aren't necessarily tutorials. I am going through this, but I haven't structured this as a tutorial. I'm just working on it and going through it step by step. Right, so we're simulating physics, and then there's the delay, you see. So we'll just put the delay before simulate physics. See if that works. And do it same here. This is the delay between this one going off, which is target location 3. That spawns the impulse. That's the one that destroys the wall. The delay wants to go before we set simulate physics. So we should be setting physics enabling gravity at the exact same moment. So we shouldn't have that little jump that they were doing. Oh, no. Now, for some reason, the okay, that needs to go into there. That needs to go into there. I hadn't just plugged in the arrows. Compile. Play. Yeah, chat away, ladies. So that didn't work because they activated before the explosion. Yeah, so that's wrong. That's definitely wrong. Right, just go back. Okay. So at least with this, the explosion goes off at the same time. I mean, before. So explosion, then they get sucked outside. But yeah, they are. Look what's happening. So they're 0G, and then they're getting exploded away. So let's have a look at that. Right, so we want to set simulate physics. So remove that. The delay is important because that's what's creating the delay between the explosion going off and them getting sucked out. It's this bit. We want that to happen at the same time and then there not be a delay. Right, for now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it as is. And then I'm going to probably spend a whole video because I want to get on with starting the pod, the escape pod today, or in this one, should I say? So, okay, that doesn't look too bad at all. All right, we'll leave it. It looks way better than the original anyway. So, I think they were better off over here as well because they had more likelihood of going out of the door. I'm sorry, I keep fiddling with this. Okay, I no doubt will go back to that and fiddle with that more later. But for now, let's move on. Right, so we have got this part of the game to do. So what I need to do is select a light and this because this is already set up. I'm going to group those. Should have done that before. Group, so now they're together, and then I'm going to go into top-down mode. I'm going to use this to hold Alt and then move the light into the center of this room, and then do the same here. And then hit play. We should have our lighting set up automatically. All right, I'm going to have to jump over this, aren't I? Jump! All right, still. So what we need to do now for testing is move my character past this so that, oops, so he doesn't get in the way. Okay, so hit play. So we've got some lighting in these rooms. And then there's going to be a doorway here, right? So let's grab a doorway. This time it's going to be a closed doorway. Group those as well. One door here. Because this is an airlock, one has to close while the other one opens, sort of thing. Only one door in this entire game has to open, or maybe two actually. So what we might have to do is go and create a blueprint for these later on. But we'll just get things set up for now, knowing what we're doing. So if I go into unlit mode, we'll be able to see these a whole lot better, which we can. Line it up better. Okay, we've obviously got holes in our hull here, but we're going to fill them with bulkheads with these things. Group that for now. and then I can just get access to that and that. And then it's just a case of holding down Alt and Shift. And dragging that into position. I should have that already. Like that one does, but this one doesn't. That's fine, we can put that in now. Okay, and then when we get out, we have to delete, or not delete, but hide this whole thing and spawn in another spaceship. So that's what I think I'm going to work on now. So, right, so because I just don't even know if that can be done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select everything. No, I'm going to select all the mesh pieces. Right, so all the mesh pieces all the way down here to, and spotlights, we want them as well. So all of that, group that, and then go to the blueprints, open level blueprints. Can I create a reference to that group? No. Let's see, is there any options for me? So I can merge actors. What does that do? I can convert actors into a static mesh. But that would cause problems, I think. Let's try that. Before I do all this, though, I'm just going to save. Because I am not convinced. So we don't want the spotlights to be in the static mesh. So just from here all the way up to here. Then we're going to right click, convert actors to static mesh. We'll just save it in the content. Okay. And there is the static mesh now. Okay, so instead of using the old one, I think we'll just drag in this one. But don't think we want to do that now. We want to wait until we've done everything, but we know we'll use this method. So we'll convert everything into a static mesh, and then we should, once we've done that, we should be able to get a reference to that. So what I'm going to do is just delete that. So we don't need it right now, but we will do that later. I think. Well, please don't cause problems. I did save it just a second ago, though, so that should be fine. Right, we'll end this video here. Even though we've really not done that much, we have thought about what we're going to do next and set up the basic escape pod. Yeah, I'll stop the video here and I'll catch up with you in the next one, where we will do more actual work on the escape pod.